Oh, I've been awake. 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 Did that get rid of the heart? No. I was thinking about it when I was getting ready to do my live stream. I had a screw fall out of this chair on the leg that mounts to the brace. So I stuffed a couple of toothpicks in the hole where the leg is at, and then I run a new screw in there to tighten it up, and it tightened it up. See? Yeah. I thought I'd do that real quick before the live stream. I had a screw loose. I'm waiting for. Whoops, I'm sorry. Say hello. Say hello. No, no, you got. Hey, you gotta say hello. Say hi. Who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty? Yeah. Well, you is, of course. That's right. Gotta wait for Cody to come in. I need him to do a BEERUN barley run. Yeah. BEERUN barley run. He's out playing basketball right now. For those, the loose neck bolts probably are the worst. Good evening, Yosemite, Skeeta, Junkyard, Amish, and anybody else that's here. I got your letter, Skeeta. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. You playing? You want to play? Yeah, she wants to play. Rosanna wasn't a believer. Yeah, the mail, it came through. The funny part about it was he mailed it his dog Miller. DAWG Miller. Yeah. I had a pretty decent day today. Wasn't in too much pain today. It rained like hell this morning, so but I know if we only had a government we could depend on. That's right. So, he's cutting into my barley drinking time. No. Hold on a second. I know what to do. He's back here playing basketball back there. Let's see. Cody! my siren ain't going on? I don't know. Anyways, he's back here. Cody! Cody! He can't hear me. Oh, well. So, how was your day? The conversion van, yeah. Van Force One. Who's Dickie Betts? Now, I went to school with a Dickie Betts, but it's Betz. Somebody sent me something, but it says unavailable. So, obviously. Oh, yeah, Chapman, yeah. Oh, one of the Allman brothers. Hold on a second. Cody, well, give me a couple barley sodas, please. BEERRUN, beer run. Oh, barley run.
You what?
Give me a couple of barley sodas, please. Didn't you hear the siren going off?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say something?
That wasn't ours, car.
Huh?
That wasn't ours, car. That wasn't ours.
Yeah, it was ours off in here.
Oh, that was that?
Yeah. No, it's in the garage, in the refrigerator in the garage. The guitarist that wrote Ramblin' Man. Sounds like there's somebody else. Who's out there? Somebody else out there playing basketball too? Is there somebody out there with you?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, ain't that a hell of a note? Lost my rubber. You know, Yeah. I found it. Good thing I didn't lose it. Sooner or later, we'll be able to start the show. Be able to get this riveting hour of power going. So, he was like that. Yeah, they do. Yeah. So, anyways, if you guys see Kathy, tomorrow's her birthday. She'll be 39 tomorrow. So, I was going to sing happy birthday to her tonight, but she wants me to sing save my singing voice. I have a concert coming up. So. Again, that's right. Iron Log 63 show. Yeah. So she went tonight to the store, and then she went tonight to the store to renew her license and get tags for her license plate tags for her car. I didn't think she was that old either. She's only 39. I thought she was 37, but I was wrong. She's 39. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. Anyways, it was like $140 some for her tags for the car for 1 year, and then $25 or something like that for her driver's license. Got that Dick Clark look, yeah? Yeah, she does. Yeah, doesn't age it a bit. I know a guy, his name is Ted. Ted is 74, 73, 74, 75. Ted don't look a day over 40. And he's looked that way ever since he was 40. She's playing with me now. Yeah. Trying to get Papa, are you? Here we go. Your tags are $7? Well, that's cheap enough. Where'd you go? Where are you hiding at now? She spent a couple hours with me today. Different times, hour here, half hour, 45 minutes, and a little bit more, Times she'd turn around, she'd come up and jump on my chest and want to lay down and take a siesta. Good as long as you own the car. Well, I wish it was that way here, but we're so damn cheap. This state, they want to get every nickel they can get.
Spirit.
She must have been inside the bag. Drape it over there so she can get it. She uses it as to hide. There. She's got a little. I got that massage vibrating recliner over here on in a box on top of it, and I have my old robe covering the box, and she gets underneath it, and she hides underneath there, so it gives her some place to go. Come on. But she was just inside the box and knocked it over off and on top of the other one. I had rallies tonight for dinner. I had a big Buford. Kathy had a big Buford. I had curly or spicy fries or whatever they are and a root beer.
I had the chicken and fry box.
And Cody had the chicken fry box, half pounder. Actually, I like rallies. I like their food. This rally store here a few years ago won store of the year for the whole chain. So. And there was, I don't know, like 400 restaurants or something like that. Rallies and Checkers. There's 878 Checkers. 569 rallies. No, wait a minute. 569 Checkers, 309 rallies. There's 878 total. So, good evening, Dale. Nice to see you. Guy I know from Morenci, where Dale's from, wants to do a car show in Adrian. So he talked to the city about doing a car show, and they said you can't do one, not without a permit. And he said, well, that's funny because they never had to have a permit before. Nobody's ever had to have a permit. Well, now the city says you either have a permit or every car out there will be ticketed. I said, that's awful funny because every Friday, first Friday of every month, for 7 months a year, they have all them hot rods sit downtown for the city. Now, does the city have to pull a permit for that? Why should they be any different? They should have to go to the city council and get a permit for that first Fridays. Yeah, greasing some palms. That's what they want. They want money. That's the same way with all the marijuana places around here. As soon as it passed, they were popping up all over the place. They already had the property. There's property that they bought from the city for $1. Nobody else could buy it, but these places got it for $1. They bought Bone Aluminum. I don't know what they get for that, but they bought Dura. They bought across the street from Bone Aluminum. And then all these other places popped up. within days of it becoming legal. Because the city had already permitted them to come in. A lot of these places already had permits to sell marijuana as soon as it became legal. Yeah, subsidized dope. Oh, anymore, they want you to have a permit if you have more than 100 people show up for something. They're having a citywide yard sale in June, I think, for 3 days. Citywide yard sale. They want you to pay to advertise for a citywide yard sale. And they're going to put your address on a map. I got one better than that. Don't advertise, just put a sign out there, because people are driving up and down every street anyways. They'll find you. Right. I'm waiting for them to make it that you can't have a garage sale. Right now, they tried to force us into putting in curb easements into our backyard, so you could have your trailer, your camper sit there, or your little pull behind trailer. But your little camper or your pull behind trailer couldn't be over 25 feet long, and it had to sit on cement or packed gravel. And it had to be behind your house. I can understand behind the house. But if you didn't have a driveway off in the road to your backyard, you couldn't have it back in your yard. And the bad thing about that is only the corner properties can have it. They're the only ones that have access to a street on their backyards. None of the other properties do. It didn't take very long. About 200 of us went there and told them where they could suck wind at. And they decided they would just leave well enough alone. It's hard. I never wanted to live here to begin with. I wanted to live someplace else, but yeah. Okay. Like Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Louisiana, Oklahoma, I'd say Alabama, but I couldn't eat that much sketty. Land of paradise. That's right. Yeah. Pennsylvania. So, anyways, they got a meeting coming up May 4th or something like that. So, I think there's probably going to be a couple hundred people show up to that meeting and ask them, why do they exactly have to have a permit to do a car show? And when they say because it's city policy or ordinance, I might ask them, do you have a permit for your car show in your First Fridays? Who gives you the permit? And when they say, well, it's the city, we're allowed to do. No, you ain't no better than anybody else. Who do you think pays your taxes? Who do you think pays your wages? Yeah. Well, sprinkles on top. You're absolutely right there, Skeeta. Where sprinkles on top. It's not that they couldn't get it on the agenda. Jack wanted to have one. They told him that he didn't put it, how you want to say it? He didn't give them enough notice to put it in for the May meeting so they could vote on it. So now it goes for the June 4th meeting, and this is on June 7th. So they haven't got time to vote on it and then give him the permit before June 7th, which they are so busy. I don't know why they couldn't do it on the 4th, but they'll be talking about it on the 4th. I can guarantee that.
I don't know that.
That right, Precious?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just say, I understand, honey. You
No.
are the boss. The city will say anything they want just to make them look good. Last year, they repaved a road, okay? And they went through and did an intersection and part of another road. Well, last week, that intersection and that part of the other road, they tore up so they could redo it all. Now, I'm no financial wizard, but I'm sure that probably cost them $20,000 or $30,000 just in labor and material, just to do that little bit of road they did, just to dig it up so they could redo it again. Like, we got money for that. Well, see, that's the thing. When they wanted us to do that stuff with the campers, we come in and flat told them, you ain't. There was enough of us there that they decided that they, if they wanted to leave with their skin intact, they weren't going to change it. Yeah, job security, that's exactly what that was. When I was working for a different trucking company, before I hired into the other one down in Toledo, I was hauling asphalt and construction debris and stuff like that. We were over west of town at a fancy dancy neighborhood. That neighborhood wasn't 3 or 4 years old. That subdivision. And we were in there putting in new roads because somebody that lived there was high up in the city and didn't like the condition of the roads. They had some cracks in it, So they got all new roads. I was right there and I was pissed. I said, where I live, I can't even get my road done, but this road gets done. It gets 20 cars down it a day. Where I live, we got 5,000 down it a day. And they couldn't get it fixed. Yeah. Why don't they do that stuff first and then replace the road? I don't understand that either. I know I live on the wrong. That's exactly what I told him. I live on the wrong side of the road, wrong side of the town. Kathy and I, we almost bought a house on that side of town. It was a fixer-upper, but it was a 5-bedroom, 6-bath, single-story, like 3,600 square foot house. I mean, it was huge. We went and looked at it, and we thought about buying it, but it needed a lot of work, about as much as what this house needed at the time. And then we started looking at the tax bill, and the tax bill was almost like $4,000 a year. plus your house payment. Yeah. Kind of high. In the house, when we looked at it, was actually less than what this house was. This house right here, we bought for $62,500, and that house right there, they had it listed for $60,000, but it needed a lot of work. It was going to need a complete roof. I mean, it wasn't leaking, but the roof was getting bad. It was going to need a complete roof. It needed some plumbing updates, some electrical updates, and some other stuff, new furnace and all that other stuff. It was going to take $40,000 or $50,000 just to, make that house nice again. But the taxes is what got us, It was in a nice neighborhood. It was on Northwestern Drive or something like that. I can't remember. Off of Maumee, just before you get to Little Caesars on the south side of the road, or on the north side of the road. Good evening, Dan. What you doing, pumpkin? Oh, I got a tail. Oh yeah, taxes are higher than hell. I wish I paid your taxes. They're like $1,800 for the summer tax and $900, I believe, for the winter here. Something like that. It's expensive, and we don't get nothing for it. Oh, well, I shouldn't say it. Yeah, we do. You get bent over, and your trousers get thrown down to your ankles, and you get molested. Huh. What you say, pumpkin? What you doing? What you doing, girly girl? Get up here. Come on. Pretty girl. I live poor too because of the city. And the problem of it is nobody wants to buy any houses in this city because a lot of people hate this city to begin with. They know exactly what this place is. Pretty girl. Oh, pretty kitty. She wants to play. Oh, I know. Hi. Really? Pretty girl. What are you doing? No clawing. No claws. Yeah, we'll get up here. Come on. Come on. A lot of people are turned off by this city, and I can't blame them. The school system sucks. Let's see. I'm gonna check. Okay. They are 10,319 in the national rankings. I don't know how many schools there is. We can find out though. $97,568 public schools, and they are number 10,319. The number 341 in Michigan. Well, let's see how many public schools are in Michigan. There's 1,000. There's 2,959 schools, 539 school districts, and they are 341 out of 500 and 539. That ain't too good. Oak Ridge. You're 2,263 national rankings, number 28 in Tennessee, number 4 out of Knoxville, Tennessee metro area high schools. Oh, yeah? Oh, I know. There's nothing in Morenci. Except for some crooked cops. Joseph, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah. Except for some crooked cops in Morenci. Probably was. Morenci has like 5 or 6 of them. I'm doing great, Joseph. How are you? There's 2 out there by the old roller skating rink that I know of. That side of town smells like a skunk. Eisenhower's from Sherman? Is that Sherman? Hey, Potter. WWE SmackDown. I haven't watched I watched part of WrestleMania the other day. I haven't watched it in so long I don't even care for it anymore. All these guys, or whatever you want to call them, walk around with their pants down to their kneecaps, acting bad. They're not bad. You want to see bad? Come check us out when the arthritis hits. Let's show you how bad it is. Yeah. Yep. It ain't what it used to be. Now we have two down here on Maumee. And then they got a ton of them up and down Main Street. They got some downtown, and then they got some manufacturers outside of town, on the outskirts of town. Well, that wasn't no surprise to me because Kevin told us that the other day that they were going to that. I went over to talk to him a couple years ago. Got a contact buzz while I was in there because they have a tasting room where you can go in and taste it. Yeah. No, I'm not mad. I didn't want to go. They said they had one more ticket for Daniel Miller so he could go see the show. Yeah. So when you're coming up, better get here early, You have to stand in line for a while before you get into your seat. No cutting out of line to go to the bathroom either. Just do like they do in San Francisco. Shite right there on the sidewalk. But shite behind you. That way the neighbor to the rear gets it. Yeah. Let's see. Taylor Swift is worth $1.1 billion. And how old is she? She's born December 13th, 1989. She's 34 years old. And she was, the same neighborhood as Tim, Pennsylvania. Yeah. That's right. You could drop a hose down there and just let it fall out that way. Yeah, I know. She wasn't all that famous yet. I remember when she started, she was only like 14 years old. Well, just down the street from, what the hell was that guy's name? The one that he used to get in a fight with all the time. Love ya, Dan. You take care. I can't remember what he called him. I'm sure it's pretty make-believe. Corn Pop. That's right. Corn Pop. Yeah. I was saddened to find out that Joe Biden's uncle was eaten by cannibals. I'm telling you what. It was hard for me to have a straight face when that clown at the White House was dancing around that question today. Yeah, Corn Pop was a bad dude. I know it. Yeah. Did you guys watch that when Peter Ducey asked her about Uncle B? He was shot down and ate by cannibals. She danced all around the question about being ate by cannibals. But he was shot down and died. But why did Joe say he got ate by cannibals? I bet he did. I bet he gave them both heartburn and the runs. One started at the head, the other one started at the foot, and they said after a few minutes, "How you doing?" One looked up and said, "Well, I'd be having a ball, but this is a Biden. They don't have one." Would have been nice if Joe would have been with him. Now, do you watch On Patrol there, anybody? On Patrol? You know, where they go out and patrol, you know? Now, what time does it come on there, Junkyard? Does it come on there at 8 o'clock your time or 9 o'clock your time? Yeah, first shift's on right now. Because it's not really live if it comes on later. It comes on 8 o'clock your time. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock ours, 8 o'clock yours, yeah. So it must come on 7 o'clock in in the mountain and 6 o'clock central or Pacific. Something like that. All I know is when it comes on and they go to California, it's still daylight there. I haven't seen that. I know they got one in Colorado or whatever, but I haven't seen them cops for a long time. Evidently, there's nothing going on in Colorado. You watch it to get the weather update, see what it's doing? Well, it's raining in California. Well, it'll be here soon. Yeah. It rained here this morning in the middle of the night, and then it quit. But it rained hard because we had sidewalks were covered with water. Usually that all just runs off into the ground, but there was enough, it rained hard enough to where there was enough water in the ground that it didn't want to go nowhere. Same way with our rivers. They had washed all the feces and the hypodermic needles off into the gutters. You gotta go, you gotta go. That's right. That was a Hershey Crackle bar I just had. Barley soda and chocolate. Let's see how that goes together. Pretty good, probably. Nope. It don't. That's right. 10 toes up, 10 toes down. I actually made me a turkey club sandwich for breakfast this morning. That was pretty tasty. I had turkey ham and bacon, cheese. I put Rosanna. Nice to see you, but I'm walking out of here, honey. Rosanna, Dana, Anna, Dana. Sorry. Now, anyways, I took a little bit of butter and I put some in the pan, but I took Miracle Whip and I put on the bread on the outside, so when I fried it, it gave it a crispy outside. Yeah. 9 o'clock, dear. 6 o'clock your time. No. Nice to see you there, Joseph. I did get my letter, Rosanna. It come in the mail of the day. It was addressed to Dog Miller. I couldn't believe it when I got it. No. All right, everybody. Had a bowl of sausage and bacon. Y'all have a great night. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace. And I will see you Sunday night. I got to get in there and watch On Patrol. Have a blessed day, everybody. Take care.